Howdy kids, it's me Bob Harris for your week 7 injury review, preview, update, overview thing we like to do here at footballdiehards.com. As always, hit the main page of the site to find all the latest information leading right up into kickoffs. But here's where we stand right now. We'll go chronologically like I like to do so you can kind of have an understanding of what you need in terms of fallback plans. The big news, Jameis Winston is expected to play at Buffalo against the Bills. He has a sprained AC joint in his right shoulder. That's his throwing shoulder. It's a pain management thing. Sounds like he'll play, seems like a risky thing to me. When I have two guys who are relatively close in the rankings or, it's a tough call, I'm going to play the healthy one. And Jameis Winston goes into this game not healthy. Doesn't mean he won't make it through. Doesn't mean he won't play well, but, seems dicey to me. He's officially listed as questionable. Confirm his playing status on the main page in the 90 minutes leading up to kickoff. The other side of the ball, Jordan Matthews could be back. He's listed as questionable. Had the thumb surgery. He's been practicing this week. We'll see if he can make it back in the lineup. A good matchup if he does, if he's working out of the slot a lot this week. Charles Clay is ruled out, has a knee injury. It'll be had surgery. It'll be an extended absence. Nick O'Leary will pick up the pace in Clay's absence. Somebody's got to make plays there. For the Baltimore Ravens are at the Minnesota Vikings. Mike Wallace, Jeremy Maclin, Ben Watson, all listed as questionable. Looks dicey for Wallace. He didn't practice the last couple days, but we'll see. Beyond that, a number of guys ruled out. Brashad Perriman, Max Williams, Terrence West, the usual assortment, already ruled out with their injuries. So already struggling offense going against a very tough Minnesota defense. You do the math there. On the other side of the ball, Sam Bradford's out. Stephon Diggs is out. At least we have a little clarity in advance of that. Michael Floyd's listed as questionable. Adam Thielen will be the lead receiver there. Jerick McKinnon's fine. Laquan Treadwell could see some more time. Made a big catch last week, so we'll see. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the Indianapolis Colts. Leonard Fournette listed as questionable. Did not practice all week. This one seems a little bit worrisome. You'll need to keep an eye on this one. Definitely right up into kickoff. The Jalen Ramsey played this season without any practice all week. Same thing, ankle injury, played in week 2. So he's not ruled out, but no practice is not a good thing. Marquise Lee also listed as questionable. Jaguars promoted practice squad receiver. That might not be a good sign for him either. Other side of the ball, Andrew Luck's ruled out. Robert Turbin's ruled out. Turbin placed on IR. Luck suffered a setback. No telling when he'll be back now. Certainly not before November. Green Bay against New Orleans. Aaron Rodgers, he's pretty good. He's not playing anymore. Went on IR yesterday, had surgery on his collarbone that he broke last week. Brett Hundley will get the start. Look, I like Brett Hundley a little bit this week. It's hunchy. Aaron Rodgers, by the way, eligible to return week 15 from IR, so that's something to watch late in the season. Don't know what the expectations should be, but that's their desire. Willie Snead on the other side of the ball, listed as questionable, played with the same injury last week. It's a hamstring, kind of been a lingering thing ever since he came off suspension. For the Tennessee Titans, interesting there as well. DeMarco Murray listed as questionable, didn't practice late in the week, so maybe Derrick Henry gets his chance. Cleveland's run defense is one of the better parts about them, right? They're 6th in the league, so. But still, we'd all like to see what Derrick Henry could do with a full load. Maybe we'll get to see it. You'll need to check the updates on that. And Delaney Walker also listed as questionable with a calf injury. Seems likely to play, but that one you'll have to watch as well. Corey Davis ruled out again. Maybe he returns after the Week 8 bye. Kenny Britt for Cleveland listed as questionable. Not clear if he'll go. Sammy Coates also as well. So for the Carolina Panthers at the Chicago Bears, Kelvin Benjamin had some swelling in his knee. Got back on the practice field Friday. Ron Rivera suggested that since the only reason he's listed as questionable is because there's no probable designation anymore, he'd probably be probable otherwise. But you'll have to watch. Same with Graham Gano. Had a little issue with his knee, I believe it was. As the week progressed, they haven't signed another kicker, so expect him to kick as usual. Benny Cunningham for Chicago is listed as questionable with a hamstring. Marcus Wheaton is ruled out, of course, with the groin injury. He'll miss an extended period. Arizona Cardinals are in London against the Rams. Andre Ellington did not practice all week. Adrian Peterson's there. Last week, Ellington was only targeted one time. If Peterson's running well, it's going to limit Ellington's value any week. This week, you're going to want to avoid him. The injury situation doesn't look good with a full week of missed practice. Late afternoon kickoffs. Emmanuel Sanders ruled out for the Denver Broncos. So is Cody Latimer for that matter. Everyone else is healthy. Demaryius Thomas came back to practice. Should be fine. Had a bruised lower leg last week. Benny Fowler will move into the starting lineup with Sanders out and Latimer out. So that's worth watching. Melvin Gordon and Keenan Allen both listed as questionable with shoulders. Keenan Allen fell on his shoulder in practice on Thursday. Anthony Lynn was kind of parsing this one, as he discussed it on Friday. That seems to be the one to watch. Melvin Gordon's kind of been beat up every week. They kind of preserve him in practice during the week, so I would expect him to play. Hunter Henry maybe has a good matchup here anyhow, but you'll have to watch that one right up to kickoff. Remember, it's a late afternoon kickoff, so you'll have to have a fallback plan in one of the late games, the Sunday night game or the Monday night game. CJ Prosise listed as questionable against the New York Giants. Sounds like he'll be ready to practice, more ramped it up as the week progressed. He's expected back, but you'll have to watch that one as well. Just what we need, another body in Seattle's backfield, right? For the New York Giants, as in case you somehow missed it, Odell Beckham's done for the year. Brandon Marshall's done for the year. Sterling Shepard could come back. He's listed as questionable practice this week on a limited basis. According to some reports, he looked good in those practices, so he could be active. Paul Perkins has been ruled out already, so that gives a little more clarity in the backfield that seems to be taking a run-heavier approach for the obvious reasons. If Evan Ingram is basically their lead receiver as the tight end, the rookie tight end. Roger Lewis has, been hit or miss, and it'd be great to get Shepard back if they can get him back, but tough matchup against Seattle for the passing component of that offense, so maybe another run-heavy approach. For San Francisco 49ers, Kyle Juszczyk has been ruled out. Everyone else is healthy. Same with the Sunday night game. We're all clear in that one. And that's a big one, right? The Falcons and Patriots. We have Chris Hogan and Rex Burkhead both off the injury report completely. So the Patriots are as healthy as they've been for a while. Falcons are good to go. Monday night, Redskins at Eagles. Looks like Rob Kelly will be back. He's been practicing this week. And Jay Gruden said that he expects him to be the starter this week. So there we have that. On the other side of the ball, Wendell Smallwood should make his return after missing some time with a knee injury. So there you have it. As always, news will be available ongoing on the main page of the website. We appreciate you coming, and all kinds of great columns there. Brad Cruz's Sunday sit start is available now. My DFS 3 and out, Gary Davenport's The Shadow Knows, Jen Ryan's on board, Armando Marsal, John Lobb's DraftKings Sheet of Knowledge, one of my favorite pieces. So hit the site, get busy, let's win some money, or win some games at least this weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.